Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Brittany and this is Faith in Business with Britt. If you are new here, welcome, and if you are returning, welcome back. I am a CEO and founder of my nonprofit as well as a faith-based content creator. So here on this channel, I do like to give advice not only for your professional life, but as well as your personal life. And in today's video, we will be talking about how to write your business plan. So if you have started a business or you are currently in business, it is good to have a business plan if you are trying to get investors or a loan or funding to start up, or if you just want to enhance your current business plan. It is good for everything within your business. So basically, what a business plan is, it is a document that outlines your goals, your objectives, and your strategies for your business. So there are about 6 or 7 sections to writing your business plan. So in each section, I will go over what it is and what details you need to include in it. So I will be referencing my notes. So I will be going back and forth with making sure I give you the right information. So to get started with the first section, it is called Company Overview. And when you are writing this section, you definitely want to give your business idea, what it is, the history of it, your mission statement, your purpose, and make sure in this section that you are including what makes your company unique and what makes it stand out. And you want to make sure that you mention your company's values and making sure that it lines up with the customer that you are targeting. So, very brief, but make sure you are explaining your business, making sure that you are giving what your business idea is. So, whatever your business is, make sure that that is what you explain in that section. And moving on to the next section, which is called market analysis. So, this is the part where you need to do extensive research on your industry and on your market. So, if whatever business that you are in, if you're a corporation, LLC, nonprofit, whatever sector that you are in, make sure you do your research on your target audience. Make sure you do your research on your target market and make sure you know the history of the area that you are going to be doing business in. Make sure you know the metrics and have statistics of the market that you're going to be going in. Even look at your competitors. Say, for example, you are going to be a clothing store and you're selling t-shirts. Make sure you know what your competitors are selling. Make sure you know what their pricing is so that when you are writing this section, you can compare what your business will be doing and why it is a need to have your business in that area and what problem will your business solve and how you will solve it. And you will back that up with like numerical data and statistics in this section. So it's a very in detailed section about the research that you did, and you will be analyzing that research based off your market or industry and making sure that you make your business stand out and how this will be successful in this market. So that part is very important. Make sure you are doing your research before you write that section. And in the next section, we have products and services. So this section is very simple, very straight to the point. Whatever you are selling, whatever services you are offering, this is where you will go into detail about your product. So the quality of your product, the pricing of your product, what services you'll be offering with that product, whatever it is that your business is selling to your target audience, you want to make sure that you are detailed in that section about what you will be offering with your products and your services for your business. And in the next section, we have sales and marketing plan. So basically, this is how you will market your business. What is your brand? And then how are you promoting your brand? So most of the time nowadays, it is social media, but you also can send out emails, newsletters, you can write blogs, you can actually go person to person, go out handing out flyers, word to mouth. So whatever your strategy is, this is where you really want to show how you will grow your business, how you would market your brand and how this will make you stand out to your investors or people that you are trying to get behind it. How will you get your customer retention and then keep your customer retention over the lifetime span of your business? So, marketing, sales, how you're going to get yourself out there. Be very detailed in this section about your plan of growing on social media or your plan of going door to door, whatever it may be. Make sure you put that in this section and make sure your audience understands that this is what you will do to market your brand, sell your brand to others, and make sure you keep growing and reaching that success for the amount of sales that you want for your business. And in the next section, we have your operations plan. So basically in this section, if you are just starting and you do not have day-to-day operations, then here you will just be putting in what your plan is for your day-to-day operation. It does not have to be like Monday at 9, I'm going to do this, and 10, I'm going to do that. But it could be Mondays, we do inventory, Tuesdays, we have meetings, Wednesdays, we go over our numbers. Whatever your plan is for your business or whatever type of industry that you're in, you could also write what the plan is as soon as you start to get to that part. If you are already established and you already have a day to day operation, then definitely be detailed about what it is that you do operationally or how you service your customers in your industry. So that one is pretty much details about how you operate and what you do to help grow your business. And the next section would be your management summary. So here, if you are a new business and you are the only one in your business, then you will be considered your president or CEO. And you can write about your leadership skills and what you plan to do when you get bigger so that you can add a team of people. And then you would list what those positions would be. So if you're going to get an executive assistant, if you're going to have someone over sales and marketing, over social media, whatever your positions will be, you will talk about that and as you grow and how you would acquire your team and how they would be able to help you with further success. Now, if you already have that, then you will just be listing yourself and then who your team members are and what they do in your business. And then we have your financial plan, which is here you want to be transparent about what you need, what you have, or what you're starting out with. If you are trying to get investments, you would put, hey, I have $100 and this is what I need for marketing. This is what I need for merchandise. This is what I need for X, Y, and Z. You will put that on there. Put the cost of what everything is and why you need the certain amount of funding for what it is that you're asking. So here in the financial plan, it's very important that you highlight how funding will help your business grow. You also want to put in scenarios like how you will overcome risk and weaknesses that will arise as you are a new business. For example, a scenario could be overcoming a recession. So how your business will not only mitigate that risk, but how it would overcome when something like that happens. You can give another example as well of how your business will be structured so that the financial plan you have will overcome something as great as that. You also want to focus on your company's growth for the next 3 to 5 years. So where you see yourself now in 2025 and then where you see yourself now in 2030. That is very important because they want to see your projections and what you project to make within the next 5 years and how their money will be utilized if they are going to stand behind you and give you funding. So here you definitely are using your words, you are writing it, but I would suggest making a visual representation. So you can do like a bar graph or a line graph and you can show the numbers. So 100 here and then you project to make 20,000 here. Whatever your numbers are, make sure you put that on the graph. Visually, it looks nice. Visually, people can see your ideas that are in your head and put it on paper and they can kind of go on the journey with you. And also you can do that for your day-to-day operations as well. you can make a calendar. So you can do like a plain calendar, and you could just write in each activity, your hours of your business, and what your services are. And then that can give a visual representation as well for what your business will be doing in using the funding that you will get. So that part, very important. Just make sure you, of course, using your words, but make those visuals, and it will make life easier for those that like to look at things rather than read everything. So in the last part, we do have your executive summary. So basically, you are just tying everything together. And I would say don't make this part too short, but don't make it too long. Make it just right. So from each section that we went over, just do 2 or 3 sentences and put it all together as a summary so they can see the whole picture of your plan all in one paragraph along with your visuals. So you just tie everything together and summarize it in the best way, and that will be the end of your business plan. Now, there is a approach to writing a business plan. It's called the 3 C's. So you have your concept, your customer, and your cash flow. So keep that in mind when you are writing that this is your business, here's your target audience, and this is how you will make your money. And also, I will say, when you are done writing it, make sure you give it to someone, a friend, so that they can proofread it, get all those errors out, grammatical errors that you may have. And if that is your target audience, make sure that that person understands and can see clearly what your business plan is. And it can help you to fix things, add things, take them out, or just overall make sure that this is being reached to your audience correctly. So, overall, take your time with your business plan. There's no rush. When I did my business plan in the summer of 2021, it took me about 2 or 3 weeks. I wrote it over and over and over again. I had drafts saved. So, and then I ended up giving it to my friend so she can read it. So I definitely took my time. It definitely is something that you have to come back to. You're not going to finish it all in one day, but make sure that it is the best finished product, because that is what people are going to be looking at if they are getting behind your business. And it gives you a roadmap for yourself and keeps you on track to make sure that your business is doing what you set it out to do. So I know this is a lot of information, but it is very helpful. I hope that it helps you in your process of writing your business plan. And if you do have any additional questions, please leave them in the comment section below. And please share this with someone that is starting a business or already has a business. And as always, I hope you guys are having a blessed day and a blessed week. And I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.